But I just wish 50 would have gotten a booth. Like I thought he was a rapper. What is 50 Cent? Is he a rapper? Is he a producer? Is he a actor? What is he?
Now how you talking out your network?
I'm trying my best, honey. What are y'all doing?
We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. We got action. Claressa Shields, the GWOAT, finally responds to Remy Ma's rap diss via social media. So in this video, I'm gonna break it down, take y'all through it, and we shall see what Claressa Shields and also her fans have to say about Remy Ma taking shots at her. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I already made a video about it and went over the lyrics. Remy Ma, rapper, Terror Squad, Fat Joe, used to be married or date Papoose, who's now with Claressa Shields. She took shots at her ex, Papoose, as well as Claressa Shields. For more on that, check out the first video I did where I went over that element of it. Now, I pulled up Claressa Shields, and let's see what her response is. And for this, I just went, Remy Ma dropped her song at a certain time, so I looked at the post from Claressa Shields thereafter, like after the diss song was leaked or whatever, released online. So let's see what Claressa talking about. So she's just spamming hooks. I mean, so Remy Ma just dissed you and your boyfriend, and you're posting like this video of you on the heavy bag? On the heavy bag. Like that's it? That's what we doing, I guess. But y'all want me to keep going? Let's keep going. So now you're just pounding your gloves together. I don't know. Maybe trying to intimidate Remy Ma. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like, boom. Like Ivan Drago or something. All right. Let me skip around. Okay, spamming the hook, spamming the hook. Throwing the hook. And looking at the camera. Taking the glove off. Like, what? Hold on. What? Like, this can't be your response to Remy, bro. So Remy just dissed you and you just posting training videos. For starters, does Claressa even have a fight? Like, as that we know of, has she announced her next fight? I seen her in the ring with the Lauren Price, but is that a go? Because I'm not aware of her next fight. So She just, so you're being dissed. We'll get to at the end of this video. You're being dissed by Remy. Your boyfriend's being dissed by Remy. You've already had like kind of a public feud, and these are your posts? Okay. Is it the same?
So before y'all get to thinking that I'm just crazy and that I'm just slow, here are my shoes, Aloe, and my new on.
Today is the day.
So I was getting up this morning 6 o'clock to help somebody get to work, and I just grabbed one shoe and grabbed the other one. They were both over here in this area, and that's how I ended up with one. I had one on Cloud and one Aloe. So don't think I'm just putting on MISMATCH shoes, but they both black, and it was just too early to be thinking it's gonna be two different shoes. So yeah, my bad, y'all.
I know that Claressa Shields didn't just say what I think she did, right? I know that can't be what she just said. Okay. Did she just say she went to the boxing gym with two different shoes on the day that Remy Ma which one of y'all kicked me? I don't think I heard that good. Y'all let me know in the comments. But I'm pretty sure she said that she was reaching around and grabbing her shoes, and they were both black. So she grabbed one shoe from this brand and one shoe from that brand and wore mismatched socks or mismatched shoes to the boxing gym. So Remy Ma just dissed you. You're posting this video like punching your gloves and hitting the heavy bag, and come to find out you're doing it with two different shoes on. Hey bro, I'm about to end this video. So you're not even wearing, you don't even know how to get dressed, like for real. That's like a little kid move. Who gets all the way to the gym and be like, oh, I had two different shoes on. Who would have thunk? Like Claressa is not doing herself any favors, bro. She's not doing herself any. I'm done. I can't watch that no more, bro. You're not even wearing the right shoes to the gym. Like what grown adult dresses themselves and can't put on the right shoes to go to the gym? I don't care how early it is. I woke up early before. You know what I mean? Okay, you got the right shoes on in that clip, but that's just weird. And some people are gonna be like, man, she didn't respond to Remy Ma. All right, peep this. Let me cook now. Here's the issue. Here's the issue with that. For one, in my last video, I said that in my opinion, Claressa Shields got to respond to Remy Ma. And a couple of the Claressa Shields stands, they were like, no, she's a boxer. She doesn't have to respond to Remy Ma. Hold on. The game is at an all-time soft. We live in a soft society, right? Where Claressa Shields, the GWOAT, goes around, I can't be faded, I can't be beaten, I'm the GOAT, I'm the greatest, these B's, these itches ain't nothing, these woes can't whoop me, da. So you puff your chest out, you have all this bravado 24/7, to even to the point where you said you can whoop men that fight, not like a couch potato, but beat Rolly, beat Keith Thurman. You're harassing Keith Thurman because he lost to 6'8" Fundura, but whatever, right? And you can whoop trained boxers, right? Or even guys like Jake Paul, who started boxing late, but he's much bigger than you. So you could gallivant around, beef with 50 Cent, Maserati Bud, but then when a female sends bars at you, people seem to be liking it, right? And they're like, man, Remy was snapping, she was spitting, she was gassing. And then now all of a sudden, the person who responds to fans, YouTubers, and everybody in between, now you don't have no response to the biggest news. Like, you're not posting no, like, bro, Claressa Shields, I don't know what it is, but ever since you got with Papoose, the brand has been taking a dip, a nosedive, right? Because how can you, there'll be people in the comment section, she'll make full-on videos that somebody says something in the comment section, like a person we don't even know who they are, right? We don't even know who this person is, just like a random fan or person on the internet. And she'll make full-on YouTube lives or Instagram lives and response videos and post about it. But then now the person you've been beefing with, this is you and your boyfriend, and now you're not quick to respond. But Maserati Bud said whatever, or people insinuated whatever, and you were quick to hop on and be like, oh, you did a whole 25-minute breakdown and didn't do yourself any favors there either. And you're like, I don't even know, dude. And then he started posting a bunch of videos that suggest that you at least knew him, regardless of, what, the extent or whatever. So it looks bad. In my opinion, it looks bad. It looks bad for the GWOAT stands, because Claressa carries this energy, and then now when someone's like matching you with the energy, now people are saying she don't have to respond. Huh? I am so terribly confused by this. It don't make any type of sense to me. You guys let me know in the comment section, but I don't feel that you could walk around and, exude this confidence and challenge everybody, even men, and then when somebody's in your bracket, right, suddenly you pretend like you're too good to respond, and just like, oh, I'm just gonna post me working in the gym, me boxing. Kind of weak, you know what I mean? Like, that approach, in my opinion, that is kind of weak, right? Furthermore, to all the GWOAT stands, right? They're like, oh man, Ego, she's a boxer. Why does she need to respond? She don't need to respond. No. We're not going to do that. See, when these boxers do X, Y, and Z, and then your boy Ego take the facts, take my brain, take my opinion, and I put it out there, y'all get mad at me as if you didn't see X, Y, and Z from the fighter. It's not going to work like that. I can assure you, right? You're not going to blame me because I have an opinion based on what I'm seeing and all the information available. Claressa claims she is made $8 million, a multi-millionaire. She says she's the GWOAT of all time and can beat any female in boxing. But she also is trying to broaden her horizons and her branding into singing and rapping, right? So now the GWOAT stands are trying to find a soft place for Claressa Shields to land, and it doesn't work like that. You can't have it both ways. You can't be an artist or a rapper when it's convenient, but then when another rapper, Remy Ma, is dissing you, right? Now it's like, hey, I'm too busy with boxing. I don't have. So you're dissing people in songs that don't necessarily even rap back in the past. So now you met your match. You met an actual lyrical person in Remy Ma. I hope you respond to it. You know what I mean? Because then now you just look like a bully. You can respond to random YouTubers, respond to random fan comments. But then when Remy Ma, everybody knows she's talking about you. A lot of people have published it. The World Stars and the blogs already picked it up. She sent bars at you and Papoose. The world knows that. I made a video about it. It's trending. Now all of a sudden the person who has no shame in getting on wax, doing the live and clearing the air and letting it be known. Don't have nothing to say but posting boxing clips. And about that, of course, it's respect to people who box. But I think boxers can be mistaken, right? Where people who box, right, sometimes they'll post like what Claressa did, post pictures of you snapping on the heavy bag. But in the real world, that's not scaring a lot of people. Here's why. Not that somebody want to go head up and just they're finna come to you with the Mike Tyson peekaboo. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in the real world, if people know that you are a boxer and you have the ability to put paws on them, most people, they're not even going to attempt to fight fair. That's just common sense, right? Like, let's say it's prison. If there's somebody in the yard who's known for busting heads or whatever, right? People ain't finna fight you clean. You know what I mean? That's just the reality of it. They're not trying to see you head up and then, you know, get world star and to become a meme. So posting the videos like that, I want to see this beef, but keep it on wax, right? Just keep it on wax. Nobody needs to escalate it to some craziness or whatever. You could do your disses, she could do her diss, you know, and everybody keep it, you know, PG-13. That's all. But as far as the GWOAT stands who are like, oh, she don't need to respond. Man, y'all making Claressa look crazy. Because every other time Claressa Shields, she run into the smoke. And now, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, when it comes to like a bully, like bully energy, right? A bully don't like to get bullied, right? And Claressa had energy for a 50-plus-year-old Layla Ali, right? That's documented fact. Not making anything up. You had all these videos and like, oh, I dropped receipts because Layla Ali dropped receipts on you. Right? All these things. And now in the real world, there's people coming at you from multiple angles. Ever since you got with Papoose, you know, your personality or whatever's causes, there's people coming for you, right? So for me, if you're not just a bully, then that means you have to answer some of these calls. I know some people are like, what do you mean? Let me explain. Claressa Shields is like, I'm the GWOAT, right? Chris Cyborg is like, I'll whoop you. You could go to Chris Cyborg's social media. She's been taunting Claressa Shields for a minute. Now, I'm not saying that Chris Cyborg would beat Claressa Shields. However, she's a big enough name, right? It's not a rematch like what you just did with Franchon Cruz. And I think she said she got injured during the melee at the weigh-in anyway. And you had already beat her, right? Why not fight a Chris Cyborg? Or, let's keep it boxing. Shadaysha Green. Shadaysha Green's calling you out. That's a great fight. Probably about one of the best fights you can make that people want to see. You're calling out Layla Ali. She already told you, I'm done with boxing. I'm very confident with my family and where I'm at and what I've gave to the game, and I'm a pioneer. We good. You know what I mean? So you had energy for a 50-some-odd-year-old Layla Ali, but why not have that same energy for Shadaysha Green? You know, in terms of fighting her or Chris Cyborg. These would be good fights. Michaela Mayer, she's another person that Olympian. She said, absolutely, I will fight Claressa Shields. So Claressa Shields got in the ring with Lauren Price, whose face was all beat up and bloody after her last fight against someone who wasn't Claressa Shields. So for me, give me one of the fights. If I had it my way, the Boxingego way, the ego way, right? Give me one of the fights that I said, I don't care about this UK Lauren Price fight. She was already looking beat up in her last fight against somebody who is not the GWOAT. So for me, give me the novelty fight with a big name in Chris Cyborg. Michaela Mayer is a great fighter. She's never been stopped before. She's tall, rangy, can box, Olympian, has a good trainer, years in the game, skin in the game, right? Give me that fight. Shadaysha Green, definitely give me that fight. And then Claressa out here rematching Franchon, who she beat in her pro debut. So the GWOAT stand's looking crazy right now. And then now, right? So I kept it boxing. I kept it all the way boxing. You got to give me my credit. Give me my propers. I kept it all the way boxing. Now you have a battle with an MC, right? Your man, Papoose, said he ghost wrote for her biggest hits. Now she just dropped a banger. Clearly she's not with Papoose. So that kills the notion that she needs Papoose to write for her. You know what I mean? And then if you're going to allege that somebody else wrote for her, then you can't just point fingers. You got to tell us who wrote that song that she just dropped. Why you lying? You know what I mean? Because she was coming at you and Papoose. It's trending now, right? And got people talking, right? Got people talking. So I'm wondering, how come Claressa Shields, it is appearing that like she's spending more time addressing non-consequential things as opposed to like the bigger issues. For example, like I said earlier, Claressa will go in on a fan who left a comment and said she was ugly or too buff or whatever, you know, whatever garbage people put and mean things. She'll spend the time going on that, right? Or you're in a committed relationship with Papoose. You say you're happy. You're dropping songs like Faithful and singing on it with hella auto-tune and all that, right? And you're dissing Maserati Bud. Like, we didn't even know who he was until he started beefing with you for real. You know what I mean? So you rather spend 30 minutes going in on 50. You know 50's not going to play your game. 50's not going to respond when you want him to respond, right? So you spend a lot of time talking about Maserati Bud. He a bum, and he was like following y'all, filming y'all, and you didn't want him there. But then he started leaking videos like, I thought you didn't know me. I thought you didn't know me. And he in your living room or kitchen. You know what I mean? So all these things aren't helping the GWOAT brand, bro. And now we're at a pressure point where everything is coming to a head where you got to start answering some of these calls in the public's mind. Remy Ma just dropped bars. You're a singer and rapper too. So you can't just get in that bag where you have no announced fight, right? You have no scheduled fight that where it's a confirmed venue, tickets are on sale, and it's been announced to the public. So what more do you have to do with no announced fight than to respond to Remy Ma? And then you have GWOAT stands in my comment section like, oh, she doesn't need to respond. Why should she respond and waste her time? Why does she respond to random people on the internet and block random Instagram pages that are making spoofs about her? There's someone that did a skit about her, and she was in the comments like, this was corny, this was horrible. And it was just a joke. It was like a little, like Drewski be doing. Some girl did like a Drewski type of skit pretending to be Claressa Shields. It was like harmless. Claressa was right there. So why she respond to that? But the GWOAT stands talking about she can't respond to Remy Ma, who came at her with some fire in some lyrics. And then Claressa when she did that 30-minute video talking about Maserati Bud and 50 Cent, she literally said there and on Breakfast Club that Papoose was dropping flames and 50 Cent needed to respond to him. So let me get this straight. Claressa, out her own mouth, said that 50 Cent, she's disappointed because I thought you were a rapper. You should have responded to my man Papoose because he dissed you 2 times. That made him look worse because he did a music video and he dissed you, and then 50 Cent didn't even humor him with a response, nor did he humor T.I. So I'm telling you, 50 is a marketing genius. Some people don't like it. I don't care. I'm telling you what it is. He got T.I. whole family dissing him. Hey, say J, I said you can have whatever you like. Yeah, stack on dead. Hey, a G, right? He got T.I. He got the kids, both sons making disses and Sorry Miss Jackson videos and songs dissing him, and 50 just bounced. T.I. was dropping heat and spitting. 50 just left and started sewing up deals with Hulu for $100 million, with these different networks, with Planet Hollywood for $100 million, and Claressa Shields out here talking about 50 Cent need to respond to Papoose because he was killing. So, bro, the GWOAT stands are starting to rapidly become probably one of the worst and rabid fan bases in boxing because they're highly inconsistent. Papoose, you're demanding a response from 50 Cent, who's way bigger at a bigger level, where if I was doing Planet Hollywood for $100 million, Shreveport G-Unit Film Studio, $100 million Hulu biopic, I'm not responding to no Papoose either. But then you have no announced fight. Remy just dissed you with a song with a dope beat, dope lyrics, combating all of the drama surrounding her name. You know what I mean? Like talking about, oh, I had a ghostwriter. She was like, how you claiming you ghost wrote my hits? You ain't ghostwrite-ish. And then now Claressa Shields wants to just post training montages. And then the GWOAT stands are like, yeah, she shouldn't respond to Remy. But 50 was supposed to respond to her dude when he doing all these other business transactions. And I told you well before this, 50 is smart. Papoose is on Vlad TV being interviewed and questioned about 50 Cent. 50 Cent ain't doing no interview with Vlad TV, sitting down, talking about no Papoose or Claressa Shields. So you guys, what part of what I've said do you not understand? 50 Cent, 48 Laws of Power. Read the book. I've read it multiple times. Robert Greene. Y'all never read the book, and it shows. You guys got mad, and now your careers and where you're at in your career, your names are forever being questioned about like your 50 Cent beef. Meanwhile, 50 Cent, name one interview where 50 Cent talked about Claressa Shields. An interview. Name one. Like, tell me a syndicated. For example, Claressa did a live stream. She was on Angela Yee and she was on The Breakfast Club. That's 3. Including the Instagram Live. 3 at the bare bones minimum off the top of Ego's dome. Pause. 3 different syndicated shows and or fan bases because she has a good amount of followers, I would imagine, right? And when she went Instagram Live, I did a video about it. Other people did a video about it. So it spread, right? And other people were posting it. So you did those 3. Your boyfriend, Papoose, at the very least, did 2 diss songs to 50 Cent and was on Vlad TV talking about it. So between 2 people, at the bare bones minimum, they have 6 efforts talking about 50 Cent. But meanwhile, 50 like, oh, I got a Power spinoff. Oh, check out this Hulu doc. Oh, y'all gonna like this. And and then taunting T.I. occasionally, taunting Young Buck occasionally, taunting Claressa Shields and Papoose occasionally. You know what I mean? And he just like chiming in when he wants. But y'all are sitting up here being asked about him and building his brand because you have to keep talking about him. He only talks about y'all when he wants to, right? Right now, Floyd is having financial hardships, so he'll probably jump on that and be like, oh, Floyd owe the IRS. I try to tell you, you know what I mean? And that's how 50's moving. So the GWOAT stands look bad. I stand by that. They look bad because they trying to say that Claressa has something better to do than to respond to Remy Ma some kind of way, right? And then when ALYCIA BAUMGARDNER and Caroline Dubois were beefing the other day, she jumped right in that mix. So how can you jump in the mix of somebody else's beef and you were like, oh, Caroline Dubois and ALYCIA BAUMGARDNER on my undercard, and ha ha ha, ALYCIA BAUMGARDNER thinks she could beat me at 54 and blah blah blah, fight Caroline Dubois. You jump all in that, but then now someone's coming for you. I want to see that rap song. I want to hear that rap song. I don't want to hear no, oh man, Claressa don't need to respond. She should focus on boxing. Nah. We done with that. The boy Ego told you she should focus on boxing and y'all weren't trying to hear it. So now we switching it. Now I'm not trying to hear it. Y'all told me when I told you don't beef with 50 Cent and Maserati Bud. You don't know what you're doing. It's not going to turn out nicely for you. Don't keep doing these interviews talking about certain things. Focus more on the boxing, which is why we love you. This is what, you know what I mean? What people know you for. This is what you gold medal for. And y'all was like, nah, man, Ego, she a rapper, she a singer, she's just expanding her brand, she about to do a reality TV show. All right, bet. Y'all said what y'all said. Respond to Remy. Is it. Respond to Remy. I want to see you. You can't be a part-time rapper. I rap. I got bars for anybody. I rap. I write. I rap. I don't need help. Put me in the studio with a beat and a pen or my phone to write it down, preferably a pen, because I always like to handwrite more than I like to put it. I mean, I do both, but you know what I mean? And I'm about to go off, you know what I mean? Especially if it's game time, or some money on the line or whatever. Yeah, so I could write. I ain't worried about it. But you can't be a part-time rapper. You can't claim to be a rapper and you got a rapper in your face and you don't want to talk about that. Like, here's a perfect example. This Claressa Shields right here, right? GWOAT diss track for ALYCIA BAUMGARDNER and my haters. Yeah, Glow. So 2 years ago, you got almost 500K for dropping a Yeah Glow remix dissing ALYCIA BAUMGARDNER. To my knowledge, ALYCIA BAUMGARDNER is not a rapper. So you're making a rap song. This now back to what I was saying about this is why I'm saying it's starting to look like bully behavior. You're making a diss song against a boxer who's smaller than you that don't rap. That don't, keep in mind, that don't rap. And they're probably not gonna respond to you in that way because they don't rap. Now you have a actual rapper who's dropping bars, and it's not just to you. She dissing your man too. You know what I mean? So I'm not understanding this energy from the GWOAT stands in my last video where they talking about, oh, she shouldn't respond. What you mean? She shouldn't respond. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast. But Remy Ma out here like this. Talking about you ain't ghostwrite nothing, you can't help yourself. You know you popping when they Googling your net worth. How you talking out your neck? What she say? How you talking out your neck when I know how your ninja neck work? Like, come on, bro. How you talking out your neck when I know how your ninja neck work? Come on, bro. And you just gonna stand for that? And the GWOAT stand. Look, let me see what the fans are saying. Somebody said, get it right. Bro, I ain't getting nothing right. Do something about it. Get him Reem. Remy Ma's back. OG Remy back. No Papoose on the internet crying about ghostwriting for all y'all old men. Da, 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 da. That's her pen. So, hey, Papoose, who wrote this? She snapped. Look, this is my page right now. This don't sound nothing like her old ish. It's mid. She might want to ask King. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is one way to kill the ghostwriting claims because she gassed. R.I.P. Shields. Took a break from running her network to clear the room. She popped out, had a little fun with it, made a few coins, streaming stats, 12 hours is sick. I never thought he wrote for her. Rim is nice with it. It's a no for me. So, okay, some people like it. 2 people didn't. Remy attempted to fall back and be cool, but everything but Clarence just keeps on keeping on with her BS. Remy better than me. She handled the whole situation with grace. She tells them to keep her name out her mouth, proceeds to write a diss track. That's funny. Claressa, please, if Remy wanted Pap, trust he would leave you right where you stand. Oh, wow. Won't step in that ring though. I mean, again, like, bro, ain't nobody boxing a boxer if you don't box. Like, I don't know. But see, I literally hate the internet. If I didn't make so much money on the internet, I promise you I wouldn't be on here. I don't like it. It's just too many people would put their opinions out and their opinions ain't really about nothing. Again, let me explain this without getting mad. Claressa claims to be an artist and a rapper now and a singer. She has put out several tracks at this point. So to entertain a rap beef with somebody you're beefing with makes sense. Remy never claimed to be a boxer. She's not an influencer boxer. She never did any like golden gloves or silver glove. Like, so why on earth would Remy Ma fight Claressa in a boxing match? Right? That don't make sense. But if 2 people are in the same arena, like if Keyshawn and Devin Haney are talking jazz to each other, yeah, they could fight. But Keyshawn and Neon, that don't make sense. Neon ain't never claimed to be a boxer. So why would Keyshawn fight Neon? You know what I mean? And like the GWOAT stands, they starting to lose their marbles a bit. They lost the plot. Like this don't give boxers cool points because you could beat up a civilian. What society are we living in where that becomes like praiseworthy that a trained boxer can whoop the average person who don't fight? I don't understand that. Like, is that something we're supposed to celebrate? Oh man, Claressa, someone who's a gold medalist in boxing. People who've been boxing their whole life haven't beat her. So, oh, Remy should fight her. For what? Remy, again, people like that. Look up what Remy went to prison for, bro. She not finna fight her. But again, Claressa says she raps and has put out rap songs and got a rap boyfriend that claimed the right for ghostwrite for Remy, right? So you better get Papoose to ghostwrite for you, Claressa. She nailed this John to the cross, killed 2 birds with 1 stone, literally. Remy bodied them in 2 bars. Who cares? If you want to impress me, you're going to have to box Claressa. Okay, so again, someone tagging 50 Cent. She said, I know how your man neck work. You wasn't saying that when she was with you. Hot garbage. But Pap wrote her rhymes. Somebody got 25 replies. Claressa Shields, you will never be badder or more significant or more beautiful than the queen, Remy Ma. And I'll put this on my mama. Love. Wow. This is what y'all claim in a diss to Claressa. It was a diss to her. She need to move on. Stop. She's still mad. Remy girl destroy Young Thug's lookalike. Young Thug. Who Pap? Kill both of they butt. I'm done, bro. Y'all see what it is. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. Again, I just want to hear some bars. Claressa Shields, she says she undeniably goated at everything. You want to rap, you dropping songs. Claressa need a PR person, stat, point blank, period. That's my real opinion, right? I don't care who mad. She need help, because we're seeing for the last several, like, I guess years or whatever, or whenever she got with Papoose, it's slowly been like, brand has been taking a hit. Before, when she was mostly boxing, nothing was taking a hit. It was just like she was whooping people in the ring, cashing checks. Everything was good. And I think that's one of the worst parts about our society now is people are too available. You're a celebrity. Back when I was growing up, like in the 90s, celebrities were like up here. They weren't with you every day. There was no IG live and stuff. And I think that's very dangerous for a celebrity's brand to be too available, right? Like even me, Claressa Shields made all this money in millions, and she's more available than me. Ask anybody who has my phone number. I'm not available like that. I don't keep my ringer on. A lot of people, I have to call them back. Sometimes I don't get a chance to call people back. When I do these videos, I don't talk about my personal life and who I'm dating and what she look like. I just keep it to myself. I come out here, jam these videos out. Y'all celebrate me for it. Send the cash apps. We keep it going, and I keep growing my brand. You know what I mean? But I don't do too much like posing. Like I hit record, put my content out, and then I live my regular life. A lot of these celebrities nowadays is trash because they're just super available. Like they want to be seen so much. One of the best ways to be seen is to fall back and be unseen. Give people a chance to miss you. Then people were like, man, I wonder what Chris Brown's been up to. And then he dropped a new album. Album in May. I'm going on tour with Usher. And then you're actually excited for it. Kendrick Lamar. You don't know where he's at right now. You don't know, is he working? Is he in the stew? Is he with his family? You don't know. So if he drops a project, you're like, all right, cool. Eminem. He another person. Very reclusive. I watch the thing. Nobody has his phone number pretty much. I feel Marshall. Shout out to Marshall Mathers. Legend. Right? You don't really know until it's time for you to know and he about to drop something. and it'll be out of nowhere. And you know what they say in boxing, it's the punches you don't see that knock you out and hurt you the most. That's what these celebrities should be with their brand. But people like Claressa Shields, they want to be lit so much that they're all in the frame at all times. And then in this situation, like I broke down in this video, where it gets testy and it gets bad is you can't be all available and Maserati Bud diss you or whatever, and you're quick to respond. Now Remy's dissing you and your man, and then now it's taking a minute for you to actually respond to what she's saying, right? As of me recording the video, you haven't really had a clear-cut response. Like, you haven't dropped a song, or like, I'm in the booth right now, post a picture of you in the mic. You're acting almost like she never said anything. To me, that's bully behavior. Bullies don't like to get bullied, right? Again, now I'm just repeating myself. You're dropping a diss song to ALYCIA BAUMGARDNER. Drop one to Remy Ma. I want to see where that could go, because I think that Remy Ma is lyrical, and you want to get in your rap bag. That could be, it's definitely going to be money for me, because I'm going to make videos about it. And I'm curious. Y'all don't like each other or whatever. I've already told Claressa my honest opinion. She should have fell back. Y'all told me I was tripping. And you're like, no, she knows what she's doing. She's just building her brand. All right, bet.